Welcome to the Tom and Ben Show. Day one, episode one. Coming at you live from Starbucks in the nice and chilly Rochester, New York. Chilling at the local Starbucks. Got my coffee. Got my Super Mario original hat. Got my it's decent. Grande Blonde. So Tom will be on with us in a minute. We're going to talk about some Facebook ad optimization, Facebook ads, generating leads for a client that I've had for about 10 years. My good friends Tom and Nick up in Toronto, Ontario. And they have an awesome business. They coach real estate investing minded people how to go from zero to there's the man. I'm talking. Yo, I'm already recording.
Oh, yeah.
What up? What up?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like Tom and Jerry, but you know, because I'm Ben, so it's like Ben and Jerry's over here is the thing.
Hoover in the background there. Back.
Are you like that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell this is.
Got some grapes. I mean, some shit, man.
Kind of looks, legit, right?
It's good. It looks like it's just a little. Is it a board or what? Is it freestanding? That thing behind you?
It's like a wall canvas.
It's where you at Starbucks.
It is, man. It looks fancy, but yeah, I'm taking this little corner up.
Too loud, man.
Got my first cup of Joe.
Cup of Joe.
Ready to
what
go.
Time is it?
It's 8:58 a.m.
Nice one.
About you? It's like is it dinner time over there?
Past dinner time. It's coming up to 2 p.m.
And most people don't know over here in the U.S. that dinner in your land is not our dinner over here. It's just a little earlier. It's our lunch.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just in the north of England where it's.
My hair look okay?
I need a haircut, mate.
I'm just
getting all woolly sheep back over here. But yeah, it's. I think like in the south they still call it lunch. Dinner's lunch and tea is dinner as such.
I love it.
Yeah. Teasy. That's important to point out for the Americans as well. That teas, because like when I say I'm going for my tea, people think that I'm going for a cup of tea. Like it's because because of Mary Poppins.
That's right. She ruined it. Yeah, she ruined it.
Going for bangers and mash is what I'm saying when I'm going for my tea.
Right. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So we're already recording, and we're gonna start doing this. And I was talking, I was monologuing right before you jumped on, and I was just saying that between you and me, we have freaking Facebook ad lead gen locked in, as well as BBC, Google, Bing, all these.
SEO's gonna pop. All
the high volume lead gen platforms, and so we got some shit to say. We got some cool stuff to share with people, I think. And yeah, man, yeah, it's gonna be fun. So I think we can start with Facebook ads. I think it's all the rage right now. I think people are not doing things right. I think people are spending a lot of money on Facebook, maybe don't know how to get the best bang for their buck, how to get leads popping, good quality, good prices, good CPLs, and that's your game. So I'm excited to show, I thought I was good at Facebook ads till I saw some of your shit. And then, now I've got this ad account where I've done some stuff, but I know that we put the doctor on there and it's going to get even better. So, yeah, man. So I guess, balls in my court. Let me, I'm going to share my screen here and we'll jump in. So, and I guess I can give a quick background on it. We're gonna have to introduce people to some of our music too, man. I can't work without good music.
What you listen? You ain't got no music on, have you? Are you listening to Starbucks music?
No, Starbucks all Starbucks music is like random coffee making blending sounds. Okay, cool. Share. Bam. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we
So,
go.
yeah, man. So this is like, I think this is brand new to you. So,
yeah, I've not seen this yet. I've seen it, like I know you've told me about it, and obviously you've used Survey Gizmo for it, but I haven't looked at it.
Yep. So the quick background, I think the other thing too is like, man, get all these like ad agencies popping up, but here's something else that, you know, like you and I've been in this game I've been in the game for a decade, and like internet lead gen, you've been in for a while. I'm old OG, man, OG. But a lot of people don't think about the business strategy behind campaigns, and that's an important thing, like being a business strategist too. And so these guys have a unique, very interesting business. Like their whole model is they're based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, obviously.
Yeah.
And they have a real estate brokerage. They are 90% investment properties, so they're actually taking people off the street, and they have a ton of free resources, ton of really good content for people that like want to get into real estate investing. And they also have like a paid coaching program. They sort of take people from our, you know, it's a funnel. So they put out a lot of good free content. Then you can join their paid coaching group. You can go to, I think, quarterly events where there's like 700-800 people showing up and hearing from them. You know, the owners are actually going and giving economic updates and like getting deep into like the state of things in the area where they focus, which is, it's called the Golden Horseshoe, which is, if you look on a map, it's probably good to do that. Golden Horseshoe. So you can see like this area. Not what I wanted to look at, but
it doesn't look like a horseshoe, that, mate.
It does, yes. And I actually live. So this is where I am. I'm in Rochester, New York.
Oh, so you're there? You're on the horseshoe?
Yeah, pretty much, man. Like I'm their neighbor. Yeah, we make jokes all the time that I'm south of the border.
How long would it take to drive to Toronto?
It's not long at all. It's like maybe 2 or 3 hours. So they hit, you know, once you hit right here, all the way up and around, there is population explosion. There's a ton of people moving there, and like property values just going up.
Nice.
So like it's a great time to be investing in real estate, and it's been fun. Like I've been working with them on these campaigns for a decade. So to see the growth.
So you've like done loads with them then. These are like clients from back in the day.
Yeah, these are clients from, you know, these guys, I linked up with them when I was like working full time. One of my first jobs in internet marketing. So it's been a fun ride so far. So anyways, so now like, you know, we've been running traffic and a lot of lead ads on Facebook, just to jump right into the Facebook stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we've got other channels, but the lead ads, you know, a lot of people I think run lead ads on Facebook, and a lot of time the issue is the quality, you know. Yeah. So your method, I implemented your method a few months ago. I think it was, I don't know, it's been like 3 months maybe. So now we're like sending people to a quiz. So I'm just going to jump in and show that. So this is pretty basic, man. Like I set it up to try to do a few lookalikes, but our audiences are like not that great. Mm-hmm. They need some TLC. So right now, like I'm only hitting interest-based audiences and trying to, let me show you like the top spending ad is actually this like, it's like this cartoon map image. I'll go ahead and preview this sucker.
Okay, so of the actual place of Ontario.
Yeah, so we like this. We've found that like using maps and local, I don't know, like maps seem to work really well for some reason. They thought it was going to bomb, and we convinced them to let us test it. That worked great.
Nice.
So their main pitch is like painless real estate investing. They say things like own nice homes in nice areas without having to tear down walls, renovate bathrooms, fix leaky basements, and stuff like that. So you get a lot of good interaction. I click through, and then you've got this decent looking lander, which is just a survey gizmo quiz. You can walk through it. Type of property interests you the most. How soon do you want to buy an investment property? Where is your ideal property located? We're just saying like some like cities in the area.
Top places.
Yeah. Which investment strategy are you interested in or plan to use? A lot of people come in trying to you can tell them in Starbucks. A lot of people come in trying to like buy a home and flip it, fix it and flip it. And their whole strategy is the opposite. It's like buy a property and have somebody else pay down the mortgage. And then you just basically get that asset paid for. So we finish our survey and it takes us right to this like thanks / invite to the next step page. And we're hoping here that they want to get people to come into the office, sit down with them for an hour and a half, and hear about the coaching program, get some more one-on-one time, understanding like how do I get into real estate investing. And so our hope is that people finish the quiz and then boom, walk through this page.
So this is the end result is to get them to the end result is to get them to show up live, obviously. But so like for the ad side of things, they go through, they submit the quiz, and then they need to fill out this. They need to register for one of the live events, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So I think we've spoken about this before, like forms being too detailed, but that's obviously a lot of detail again that they have to fill out. But do these guys mail as well?
So
they're grabbing a street address, aren't they? Right. So I'm guessing they're sending direct mail as well.
That's right. Yep. They mail out like an informational. I don't even know. I think I've gotten it before, but it's just some more content.
Yeah. Do you know what you're paying to get someone to register then?
Yeah. So we do have this tracked as well. So we are tracking like the initial quiz submission.
Yeah.
Last 30 days, we're hitting at $11.40 a quiz filled out. And then we've got the training page follow through. It's like someone fills out that long page. We're hitting those around 88 a pop.
Okay.
So the target, like their goal, so about half of these training class registrations will show up. That's roughly like 40-50% of those people will actually come, into the class. So they want to get those people coming in for $150 or less. And right now, so you basically double this, and that's your class attendance show up cost per attendee. So yeah, man. So we think with a little bit of optimization I think we can optimize. And here we're barely touching. We're not doing any retargeting with this quiz funnel. We're not doing lookalikes. We're just doing some straight cold interest. So I think we can get these numbers down. It's 11. We can probably get that cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have 88. If we were to optimize that page, make it a little easier to register for this class, just bump up conversion rate there. We think we can get these popping in for like maybe $50 or less.
Nice.
With the doctor.
Yeah. What's the so you see the free Canadian report one?
Yeah.
How's that? Because that's
so these are lead ads, and then
the thank you page is that registration page.
I think so. Let me hop in here. Here's another one where it's like a roadway. The image is like a roadway.
Have you tested this image in?
Have not. With the quiz funnel, you mean?
Yeah, with the quiz funnel.
Yeah, I have not tested that. So, like, we need to be testing new ads. We need to introduce the new audiences. Yeah, this is a lead ad too. So the follow-up rate is terrible compared to like the quiz, you know, the engagement funnel, the quiz funnel.
Yeah.
So we could walk through this.
Because this is getting cheap. Like this is already under the $50 registration. I don't know whether they like you might see that this is like the registrations are fucking way less quality than the quiz funnel. You don't know, do you?
Yeah, I think that's what they were saying. Is that like I think the show up rate is a lot lower
with the lead form funnel.
With the Facebook lead forms. Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
So if you click this, it's like a download. It's a report download.
Yeah.
And then I believe,
and then the thank you page has got to be so it's a different style of page, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So like I mean it's specific to that, isn't it? But I wonder like split testing those pages as well is obviously something for the future to see. Because what's the conversion from lead to registration from that quiz?
From the quiz campaign, it is like the conversion rates.
Yeah, so like how many leads to how many registrations?
So we got 171, 22 over 171, whatever that comes out to. About 13%.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's definitely room for improvement there on that bit. But I guess, like, because, like, the lead cost isn't too bad. Like, I'm looking at just move the calculator a minute. I want to see where your click-through rate's decent. Like, I mean, testing images could improve that. Cost per click's expensive, which sort of points to either your CPM. Where's your CPM? CPM's pretty high. I mean, it's not crazy, but so I mean that just points to the interest that you're targeting being pretty popular, I would say.
There you go.
Because you're looking at your $2.34 landing page view, which is on the expensive side, man. Just by halving that's going to halve everything else, right?
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah.
But like to do that, so there's a couple of ways to do that to get the cost per click down or the landing page view down, and that's obviously to test out new creative and try and beat whatever the control is. Because like if you can say you double the click-through rate, so now you're looking at 2.7 click-through rate, then the cost per click should go down. It might not halve, but it should go down. So like testing new creative is definitely a way of doing that. Like if you've got other campaigns that are running, like that road image, and you've seen images that are doing well in other campaigns, then testing those is definitely going to be worthwhile to see if you can do something right at the front end.
So let's write this out for people that might watch this. Like step one you would do here is, what would you
do? So step one is just like auditing basically. So like I'm looking, audit this campaign to see where the optimization is, where the bottlenecks are. So like in all fairness, like the campaign's looking pretty good, like on paper, like the stats are looking good. The only thing that's like high is the CPM, which results in like look at like if you're looking at a $2 plus cost per click or landing page view, then usually like either your click-through rate's rock bottom, or not rock bottom, but like poor, or your CPMs are high. So the CPMs being high can point to usually the audience being competitive, which is obviously probably investment interests, which are probably going to be quite competitive, which means there's more people bidding on them, which means the price is higher because, you know, the real estate's more, there's more people wanting those interests. Or this is, I don't think this is going to happen because we use Survey Gizmo all the time. So I know Survey Gizmo usually is pretty decent, but like there's certain platforms like ClickFunnels and other platforms where CPMs can be slightly higher because load time is slightly longer because they're clunky, which means, you know, you get penalized with higher CPMs because your landing page isn't as good. So user experience isn't as good because they have to wait 2 extra seconds for the load time, which means the bounce rate's higher, which means you get penalized. So, but like it's survey gizmo, so I don't think that's the case. So I think it's just a case of the audience being pretty competitive. Which might change. So like just testing out new interests. Like you've got some data now. Like I'm looking, I can see 171 leads, like quiz leads. Like it might be worth just going broad, like, or at least testing an ad set broad, or like a very broad interest. So then you've got usually, like, because it's a big area, there's a couple of million people there. You might be able to get some lower CPMs just off targeting like real estate as the like broad interest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it. I love it, man. I'm just taking crazy notes here because this is really good shit. So lower CPMs, testing broad, and in a large pop area. Yeah, it's a huge area, man.
Yeah, so the top is like with your existing campaign is auditing and seeing where the bottlenecks are. There's no like major clear bottlenecks because usually what you're looking at is like what I'm saying is if I see a cost per click's high, I'm like, well, if we bring that cost per click down and slash it by 50%, that means your lead cost is going to be slashed by 50%, your registration cost, everything's going to be halved, and that's without touching the funnel. That's just by simply bringing the the cost per click, which is usually increasing click-through rate or lowering CPM. So that is literally the only thing I see in here. And the CPM isn't crazy high. I'm not saying that the CPM is major, but just by getting that CPM down to like 18 or around there, or getting the CTR up, the click-through rate up, is going to have like a lower CPL. Your cost per lead is going to be lower, which means your cost per registration is lower because you're getting more people through without optimizing anything else.
So that's huge, man, because I think a lot of people, like I've never knew how to really impact CPMs or CPCs. I just felt like it's just you get what you get and you just hope for the best. But it sounds the only way to really impact those is to test different audiences. Is that right?
Yeah, and so an example is like you can see the traffic campaign that you've got up at the top, the Ontario population explosion.
Yep.
Right? So that's optimized for link clicks. You can see in the results column link click as opposed to a conversion campaign, which is the quiz and the lead, leads. And you can see the CPMs, like Facebook's rewarding the traffic, like just traffic campaigns get a lower CPM because the quality of traffic, you are basically optimizing for people to click the link. You're not optimizing for people to become a lead. So like your conversion campaign is always going to have a higher CPM, but then there's ways to gain and get that lower CPM. And like a great hack to get those or to get slightly lower CPMs is run engagement posts, an engagement campaign to the UID of the ad that you're running. So like that golden horseshoe image or whatever it is, the map image. If you were to launch a post engagement campaign, you could run broad, you could run to a lookalike if you post engages, or, it doesn't really matter too much, but you could run a campaign and just copy the UID as in the post ID of the ad, the best performing ad, and run that. And then obviously you can run that at $5, $10 a day and just have that ticking over. And that's just going to go out and get loads of likes, shares, comments, all of that good stuff, which is what Facebook, looks for. Facebook's like an engagement platform, right? Like the whole idea of Facebook is for people to engage with content. So as soon as Facebook sees this one ad or one post is getting all of this, engagement, they reward that because they want people to engage with the content on the platform.
Freaking beautiful. Yep. That is awesome. Awesome. Okay.
Okay, so the audit's there, the bottlenecks, like we've sussed out what we think could help just on the front end without looking at the funnel and optimizing the landing pages and all that conversion rate optimization, which, like I think there's still work to be done here on the front end. So like, I think, like the funnel can wait. I mean, there's definitely room for improvement on the funnel, but it can definitely wait. So the next thing I'm looking for is like the structure of the campaign. So like this is probably one of the most, I mean, there's loads of important factors, but it's definitely a factor that is neglected by a lot of so-called experts and marketers, is their campaign structure. So like I lost count of the amount of times that I can go in and, you know, like everything's everywhere. There's no real clear indication as to what's what. The campaign names are all the same. You know, the ad sets aren't clear. Like there's a structure to running a campaign, and I like to, right now, you know, campaign budget optimization has been out for a while now, and it's clear that Facebook are going to be bringing it in as mandatory. So they're doing away with ad set budgets. They were supposed to do away with it last month, August or September, but they have extended it, I think, until the beginning of next year. So if you're not already using campaign budget optimization, then it's definitely time to start getting used to it. Otherwise, you're not going to have a choice, basically. And, you know, like it's nothing difficult, but it's basically moving the ad set budget to the campaign level, which has, you know, a lot of pros to it. Like a lot of people are saying that it's, you know, a bit of a shit move on Facebook's side, but I think it's a good move. So basically now, you know, basically your ad set is now at the campaign level. So when you were looking at scaling budgets at the ad set level, if you were to take, you know, $100 a day ad set and scale it to $200 a day, a lot of the times that ad set would just flunk because, you know, it's having to reset the learning phase, all that good stuff. It's just too much of a jump. Whereas having the budget at the campaign level allows you to have bigger budget increases. So you can, you know, really boost, you know, like I've doubled and tripled campaign budgets without having any, you know, negative impact at all to the campaign. And also, like if you're running multiple ad sets in that campaign, the campaign budget is supposed to spread itself out across all those ad sets. Facebook favors one or two usually, but if you have underperforming ad sets, all you have to do is turn them off and say you've got, you know, let's say you were running $100 a day ad set, 5 ad sets, $500 a day. So that's your campaign budget. You turn 4 of those ad sets off. Now $500 is flowing through to 1 ad set. So that's another way of scaling. So like you just took that $100 a day ad set and now it's getting $500 a day ran to it without having any negative impact. All you've done is turned off the underperforming ad sets, allowing all the budget to flow through to 1 ad set. As long as the audience size is big enough, it's not going to have any negative impact.
Fantastic. So the key, like, is there a minimum audience size that you would want to do this with?
Yeah, so like I go in, so like my campaign structure is CBO at the campaign, and then like you can run CBO as low as $50 a day. It's just a lot slower, right? Your data collection, you can't have that many ad sets. Like if you're to like chuck 10 ad sets into one campaign and you're only running $50 a day, like it's pretty pointless because like they're only going to be spending, if it was even, they're only spending $5 a day, right? So it's going to take you forever to get the data. So like I want to run like at least $30 to $50 a day per ad set. So like if our budget's, you know, let's say the budget's $150 a day, then I'll put in five ad sets, 5 different audiences.
You said if it was 150 a day, you put in.
Yes, just as an example, and I've run like lower budgets and more ad sets, but like it's just a longer waiting game, right? Because like all of a sudden now you have to wait 5 or 6 days before they've had like $25 spent on them, and it's like, oh shit, that's still not enough to make a decision on whether that's a bad ad set. And if all of them are underperforming at the minute, you're just going to be waiting a long time.
That makes sense, man. Makes sense. And I think a lot of these are still the old ad set level. Wait, I'm not sure. How do you, and this is a stupid question.
Like I know if you go to this level, I can see your quiz funnel is, you see where the budget is, the budget column.
Oh yeah, goodness. Yeah, so they're all ad set level.
Apart from your quiz funnel.
That's right.
Yeah. So like when I'm running the CBO campaign structure, like anywhere from $50 to $150 a day, I'm going to put in 3 to 5 ad sets. And like, I like to mix it up. So like I'll have you know, one or two will be interest based, one or two will be lookalikes, you know, like, so I'm like trying to split it up. So depending on the budget, depending on past data, like if we've got 5 ad sets, I'll maybe chuck in 3 or maybe 2 lookalikes, 2 interest and 1 broad.
So I'm gonna put the quantity, but I'll put lookalikes.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally to preference. Like if no one's got, if it's a brand new campaign and you don't have any data, you've got no customer list or email list, you don't have any pixel data, then you're probably gonna have to start off, you know, with interest, right?
Yep.
And I'm only hitting broad if I've got pixel data as well. So like, I wouldn't launch broad if like this is a brand new pixel with no data.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Awesome. So if no data, new account.
No data, new account, and I'm just looking at interests.
Just going through.
Or you could, like, if you can source data from somewhere, whether it's from a client, you can buy email lists that you can upload. You know, like if you can go that route, then you know that's an option as well.
So that's probably like a whole nother, like where do you get data? How do you get data?
Yeah, it's a totally new boat.
So that'll be the topic of our next tea time.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. This is great. This is mega value. I think anybody's going to get good info here. And there's probably, like, we could probably go all day on this, but
yeah, well, I mean, like that's the structure of the campaign and the ad set, and then obviously like the ads. I want like 3 creatives, so like I want to test 3 different ads in each ad set. So like there's 5 ad sets, 3 ads in each ad set. So there's a total of 15 ads, but all 3 ads, you know, like it's the same ad in each ad set. Based, like this is going to be hard to explain, but so you've got 3 unique ads in one ad set, right?
Yep.
So like the only difference is the image or the creative. So maybe 1 video, 1 carousel, 1 image, maybe 3 images, but different images. That's the only difference. I'm going to keep the same ad copy. I'm going to keep the same headline. So the only difference would be the creative.
Fantastic. So that makes sense. So you're making those ads one time and then you're duplicating them across the different audiences, different ad sets.
Exactly. And another hack for reach, so like to make sure you reach maximum audience, is to have a mixture of ads. So like if like an image, so look, right now on Facebook, video's hot, right? Like video probably gets, I don't know, 70% of the lion's share of the audience, right? If you've got a video, like the most, that's where Facebook's going to show them, you know, to the most, it's the biggest portion of the audience are going to get showed the video. And then Facebook's going to show an image ad to people most likely to click an image, and a carousel ad to people most likely to engage with a carousel. And, you know, like so like there's these different types of ads that you can set up: carousel, video, instant article, or whatever it's called. I can't remember. Canvas ads, sorry. So like there's these different types of ads that you can use to reach different portions of the audience. So if you only have an image ad in your audience and you don't have any video or you don't have any carousel, you are only going to hit, you're going to have a ceiling on the size of your audience, right? So an example of this is the campaign that you're running right now, Ben, the quiz campaign.
Yep.
If you minimize this notepad.
Sorry.
So like, so like your campaign right here, you can see the frequency is 2.09, right?
Yes. Yep.
So like the people are being shown this ad now more than twice, right? So people are starting to see the same ad, you know, multiple times, or they're seeing your ads multiple times. Whereas you've only had 72,000 impressions. Now I'm going to guess that the audience size is bigger than 72,000, right?
I think so.
So if you go, like, you'd have to go and edit, like, I mean, this is going to break it down a bit. So like, let's see who's got the biggest frequency here.
Oops. Go back.
Yeah, this is fine. So let's go in here and see if you can edit. Yeah, edit that ad set that you just had, because that's a 2.06 frequency. So now if you scroll down a little minute. All right, okay, so stop here. Are you can you edit this audience? Like, you can discard this draft. This won't make any changes, but if you edit this.
Yes.
And then if you exclude the customer lists, if you remove those customer
remove those so we can see the audience size.
Yeah.
So let me just take a screenshot so I forget what those were. Bam. And then close those two.
That it might. Okay, there we go. So 200,000. So it's not that big, to be fair. I thought it was going to be bigger. So it's actually not too bad. I usually see a higher frequency of a small audience like this.
Okay.
So it's in the last 30 days, but it definitely shows that, you know, like if you X out of this and go back to the dashboard, and if you change it to lifetime, so now your frequency is 3.2.
Oh, wow.
So like I'd be looking at definitely rotating some new ads into this now, because you want to refresh them with new content.
That makes sense. Yeah, because what I did was I think we had some different ads, and then the one was like outperforming all the others, so we just killed the other three. But you know, then we got lazy. We didn't do anything else.
Yeah. So like it can be as simple as adding in a new image, and obviously now they're refreshing, like because you've got a frequency of 3.1, but you've actually had 211,000 impressions. So it's not as bad as what, you know, like as what I thought it would be with as an audience size of 200,000. But there's definitely, you know, if you were to add in a carousel or a video or whatever, it definitely
that
parts
could
of the audience that you've never maybe hit before, because you can see your reach there, right? Your reach is 66,000.
Yeah. Damn. So you think if we rotate into videos, got some higher CTRs, that this CPC number could come down, CPM could come down?
It could do, and you could hit different pockets of your audience, and then also like with different. So like you're optimized for like a custom conversion. If you switch what you're optimized for, so you could optimize maybe for the standard lead event, you could optimize for the registration, you could optimize for something at the start of the funnel, like or launch a different campaign objective. That also has an effect on hitting different pockets of the audience, because what you're doing is when you're creating a campaign and you choose your campaign objective as conversion campaign, Facebook's instantly then, you know, your audience size is 200,000. Well, now Facebook is putting all your audience into different buckets based off of how they, you know, their past behavior, what they've engaged with. So like the ones that have become, you know, converted for whatever reason, I've put into one bucket, and that's what you're going to hit because you've got a conversion objective. And then, like if it's a lead event that you're optimized for, Facebook's then going to divvy up that bucket into the ones that are most likely to convert as a lead. So as soon as you switch to convert, you know, optimize for purchase, you'll hit a different pocket of the audience as well.
That is awesome. And that is done. That's your ad set level.
That's ad set level, yeah. So if you edit the ad set, you can see like anything that's running that. So like if you exit out, and obviously you can discard everything, it won't make the changes. But now you can see so you could switch a new ad set to complete registration, to look, your lead events actually got the most, or some of the most data.
Yeah, and I think, God, I don't know what that is. So we would have to go look at what that setup is. I think that means, I don't know. I think that means the lead ad, but I'm not sure.
No, that'll be someone that's, so like what it might be is after they complete the lead form and they click that page to land on the registration page, there might be a lead event on that page.
Got it.
Yeah, so discard this draft in the bottom right, so you don't publish that. So then what I do is I just duplicate the ad set and switch the objective.
Fantastic.
But then, so like in regards as to what to do in here, so there's definitely new creative to test out. And then also, like where's your audience? Like if you open up audiences.
Yeah, let's go there. So audiences is up here, ads manager, and then bam, for anybody who doesn't know.
Okay,
so we have, I think we need some cleanup here, but there's quite a bit of stuff in here.
Yeah. So where's the quiz leads?
Let's see if I can just do a search for the word quiz, and I'm actually going to change that. Oh shoot, this is not what I meant to do. Boom, boom, audiences. Well, this is turning into a webinar, but I think this is
Going back.
insanely high value for people. There we go. Sorry, I'm a stickler for stupid things. Okay, so let me search for quiz, maybe. No, damn it.
REI. Okay, it might not be have been built.
Probably hasn't been.
Well, what you can do is, so like I'd create a customer, like this is what I'd do anyway from the start, but I'd create audiences and you can use the lead event. So if you create an audience.
Custom.
Yeah.
And just for reference, we've had a pixel installed. We have custom conversion events set up. And so we're tracking things and we can create audiences off of all this stuff. So we're going to do
website traffic.
Okay.
And then where it says all website visitors, scroll down. Oh shit. Oh, there it is. So now I'd create an audience for each, the subscribe, the lead, and the complete registration.
Got it. Okay.
And I'd also do, and I do it over 180 days as well. So 180.
That's that audience size.
Yeah, name audience is subscribe event, whatever. Like, I don't know exactly what that is. It's obviously subscribing to some kind of list, email list.
180.
Yeah. And then create.
Boom.
And then what you can do is you can create lookalike audience as well. So now I'd create a lookalike straight away. And so obviously you want to be Canada.
Do I need to choose something here? Lookalike source?
You can choose a default pixel. Oh shit, I don't know what that's actually doing.
Select an event with value.
You don't need to, just remove the source thing.
Okay.
Just leave that blank. I don't know why that's come up.
Let me cancel and hit that one more time. Oh wait, shoot.
I don't know if you go into that.
Click into that and then
create action.
Where are we at? I don't even know what I'm doing. Create lookalike.
Yep. And now just choose Canada.
Okay.
Now, because Canada's got a small population, you see how so like I like to increase the audience size. Like I like to we've got campaigns running is like 10% doing really well. So I like to do a few little different ones. Like I will have 1%. So I'll create multiple lookalikes. So create a 1% first.
Okay. So then do we want to name this?
No, it'll do it for you. You just create the audience and it'll say 1%.
That's it right there.
You'd create this audience and then you could come in, you could do a 3%, you could do a 5%, you could do 10%. And then I'd do the same for the lead event. I'd do the same for the registration event. And then what I do to bulk up the audience size, like I'd create like a super lal or super lookalike ad set where I'd put all our 1% lookalikes into the same ad set. And then obviously that's going to increase the audience size whilst being the highest quality because it's the most closely matched to the event. So
just so I understand that, so you'll create like 1, 3, 5, 7, 10 kind of deal of this, and then you'll stack them all in the ad set targeting in a single ad set.
I'll stack all the 1%. So I'll stack 1% subscribe, 1% lead, 1% complete registration. They'll all go into the same ad set because the audience size is too small, like 255,000. Like as we've seen, like your frequency is going to go up too fast. You know, like whereas if you've got all three 1%ers in the same ad set and you've all got 250,000 in each audience, there'll be some crossover there, but you should have at least 500,000-600,000 people in the audience or in the
and that gives you just like a way bigger pond to go fishing in, basically.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay. Yeah, man, this is awesome. So is there anything else we think we should cover? Because I think what we're going to do is apply a lot of this process. We're pulling you in to operate on this patient here, and you're going to like be implementing all this stuff. And I think what people would want to see like is a follow-up, like a before and after. Okay, we made these changes. Boom, here was what we did before. Here's what we did after. Because that's where the real, that's what you got to see if you're taking over like an account or making changes. You want to see the impact and see if it's good or bad, and then kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Um,
So obviously like creating those audiences, the lookalikes, bringing them into the ad sets, into that campaign that's running, and then also new creative. So they're the two big ones right now, is to bring in some new audiences and some new creative into the existing quiz campaign that's running, and then also implement some retargeting.
Retargeting, yeah, they have a ton of retargeting data, and so I think we'll have to do probably some more audience cleanup, just because they have traffic coming in from multiple sources, hitting all kinds of pages, different funnel landing pages. They all sort of all roads sort of lead to home. So they have Google, Bing, YouTube. They got organic traffic. They got a lot of emails going out, but they all sort of come back to register for a class, a free training class, come into our office for 90 minutes and hear our spiel and hopefully sign up for our membership program. But yeah, we can retire. I mean, we got just tons of traffic coming in, so that's good. But yeah, man, this is awesome. I think this is a lot probably for some people, which is good. And then we'll do the follow up, and I think we should be looking at some other accounts and just do little nuggets of this, and show people like, here's how to set up your pixel and get data, get it seasoned, get data coming in on it, build your audiences off of it, and learn how to use that for targeting. So I think we show people how to do this, and some people will hopefully use it, show us their before and after stuff. And some people are going to be like, this is awesome. You know what you're doing. Here, take my money and do this for me, which is the goal. So cool, man. I think I'll kill the share, and then we can peace out. So anything else, or did I cut us off too early?
No, it's cool. I mean, retargeting wise is pretty simple. In a new campaign, CBO campaign, a lot less budget. Like I usually look to put like 10 to 20%, or maybe not even 20%, 10% of the budget towards retargeting. And you just want to hit, obviously, people who engage with the posts and ad, people who land on a landing page but don't convert, people who convert but don't register. So like different steps of the funnel, you can hit those different, and you can put them into a CBO campaign and see which one takes off best. And I like to roll out different angles. So, you could have retargeting depending on how much traffic you're driving. Like if you're driving thousands of clicks every 3 days, you could have a different angle. So it could be, did you forget? It could be a benefit for signing up. It could be, all these different angles to come on with. Because again, another mistake I see a lot of people making is they just have one retargeting ad covering everyone for like weeks and weeks, and they don't change it up. And obviously the people see that and either opt in or they don't. So again, maybe 10% of the people opt in, but then the 90% don't. That just doesn't resonate with them. So you got to try and get those 90% that you didn't get back in. So different angles will do that.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. I know I'm guilty of like putting ads up there that seem to work and just kind of leaving them for too long, but you really do have to like stay on top of all these changes, to keep your accounts optimized. I mean, it's not a one and done ever with this stuff.
No.
So awesome, man. Thanks for the time. This is the Ben and Tom show. It's real. It's raw footage of campaign practitioners, and just bringing it to you live. The UK US Connect. So now I'm getting a call from Fairfax, Vermont. I don't know anybody there, so I'm not answering. Cool. Yeah. Let's do it again soon, and I think we'll make this a regular thing. So if anybody wants to, I'm going to leave those notes. I think we're going to do a post, put this video up, put the notes up. I think it's going to help some folks out. And if anybody wants to get in touch with us, is what we do. Actively accepting new clients. So on that note, happy Facebooking, everyone. And hit us up if you have questions. And Tom, again, cheers, mate.
Ooh.
Thanks, man.